90 million Americans are in the path of this storm right now. And if you live anywhere from Texas to New York, the next 72 hours could be some of the most dangerous weather you have seen all year. 16 tornadoes have already touched down. Hail the size of a softball, 6 inches across, just shattered records in Illinois. And here is the part that is going to shock you. This is not even the strongest storm. 2 more are coming right behind it, back to back, and the second one is bringing 3 to 4 feet of snow. Stay with me because at the 5-minute mark, I am going to show you exactly when this hits your city, hour by hour, for over 270 locations across the country. But first, you need to understand what just happened and what is still happening right now. Last night, violent tornadoes ripped through Indiana and Illinois. Kankakee, Illinois took a direct hit from what appears to be a violent tornado. The damage reports coming out of Kankakee and Aroma Park are massive. Homes flattened. Widespread destruction across multiple counties. And the hail that came with these storms was unlike anything we have seen this season. Reports of 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch hail scattered across southeastern Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana. The largest stone so far measured 6 inches in diameter in Illinois, potentially record-breaking for the state. On top of all that, more than 16 confirmed tornado reports have come in, and that number is still climbing. But here is the twist. This storm is not done, not even close. Right now, as you are watching this, severe weather is still ongoing across the southern United States. The Storm Prediction Center has issued a large slight risk, level 2 out of 5, stretching from the mid-Atlantic states all the way through the mid-south and deep south into eastern Texas. There is a 5% tornado risk in 2 separate zones, one across the Ohio Valley and another across the deep south. And in both of those zones, there is a significant severe indicator, meaning any tornado that forms could be an EF2 or stronger. Let me repeat that. We are not talking about weak spin-ups. We are talking about strong, potentially dangerous tornadoes. Now, here's what most people are missing. Do not skip ahead because this next part explains why this storm keeps intensifying. When you look at the upper level pattern, this system is going into what meteorologists call a negative tilt. Think of it like a storm leaning forward aggressively. When that happens, the energy compresses, winds aloft strengthen, and severe weather intensity goes up significantly. That is exactly what is happening tonight across the southern states. Tennessee, Kentucky, the Ohio Valley, the Mid-Atlantic, all of you need to be on high alert through the overnight hours. Let me walk you through the timing state by state. This is the part you do not want to miss. Starting with Texas. Eastern Texas, you are already seeing storms this morning. By lunchtime, a dangerous line of thunderstorms will develop from College Station up through Tyler and Lufkin. Between 2 and 5 in the afternoon Central Time, this line intensifies with damaging winds, large hail, and tornado potential. Houston, you could see storms by 3 in the afternoon. The threat continues through 9 and 10 at night, and some areas could get hit by multiple rounds of storms. Flooding is also a concern. By midnight, storms should be clearing out of the state. Louisiana. Shreveport, you are first up this morning with a nasty storm capable of all hazards, damaging winds, hail, and tornadoes. By mid-afternoon, storms spread across the entire state. Lafayette, Alexandria, Baton Rouge, you are looking at intense storms between 7 and 10 in the evening. New Orleans, your window is around 10 at night through midnight. Even after midnight, a few storms could linger near Baton Rouge and Lafayette, Arkansas. This is mostly a morning event for you. Heavy rain and storms, especially across the southern and eastern portions of the state through midday. The line pushes into Mississippi by early afternoon. Mississippi. Your severe weather window opens around lunchtime as storms cross the Mississippi River. The threat builds through the afternoon and peaks in the evening hours. Damaging winds are the primary concern, but tornadoes are possible, especially with any discrete cells that develop ahead of the main line. Storms continue into the overnight hours. Alabama. The storm line reaches you by late evening. Damaging winds and embedded tornadoes are possible from late evening all the way through the early morning hours. The Florida Panhandle, you are in this too. Storms reach you after midnight and continue into the pre-dawn hours. Now let me shift north because the Ohio Valley and the Northeast have a very different but equally dangerous setup today. Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Pennsylvania. Your severe weather window starts building around lunchtime Eastern Time. By 1 to 2 in the afternoon, a warm sector tries to develop across southern Ohio and West Virginia. This is where discrete supercells could fire. And any storm that goes discrete in this environment has the capability of producing a strong tornado. The Storm Prediction Center has a 30% wind risk across the Ohio Valley. Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati, all of you are in the bullseye for damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour. The peak of severe weather here is around 4 in the afternoon. But here is what is critical. Even after sunset, the tornado threat does not immediately end. The high-resolution models are showing 4 to 5 rotating storms, still active around 7 in the evening across Pennsylvania. A low-end nocturnal tornado threat continues until about 9 to 10 at night, then the severe weather should wind down. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Richmond. You are on the eastern edge of this threat. Damaging winds are your primary concern this afternoon and evening, and here is a wild twist for the mid-Atlantic. After the storms pass, the cold front is so sharp that rain could switch to snow by tomorrow morning. The European model is showing moderate wet snow across Virginia, the Delmarva, even potentially a brief switch to snow in New York City. I know that sounds crazy after a day with dew points in the low 60s, but that is how dramatic this pattern change is. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Dew points in the low 60s in early March are almost unheard of for your region. That moisture is fuel for storms. Damaging winds are the main threat for you this afternoon into the evening. The slight risk extends all the way to New Jersey. Now do not go anywhere because here is where this forecast takes a major turn. After this severe weather event wraps up, winter is coming back. And I do not mean a light frost. I mean a full-scale Arctic blast with feet of snow. Storm number 2 is a clipper system arriving Thursday evening into Friday. It brings snow to the Dakotas and Minnesota Thursday night, then strengthens as it crosses the Great Lakes Friday morning. Heavy wet snow plus strong winds means blizzard conditions are possible across the upper Midwest, the UP of Michigan, and into New England. Wind gusts of 50 to 60 miles per hour accompany this system. The European model is already showing over a foot of snow in the UP of Michigan and several inches for Minneapolis just from this storm alone. But storm number 3 is the monster. Sunday into Monday, a powerful low-pressure system, 981 millibars, tracks right over the Great Lakes. For reference, that is the kind of pressure you see in a Category 1 hurricane. This storm is projected to bring 3 to 4 feet of snow across Wisconsin and Michigan, multiple feet in the higher elevations of the Northwest, heavy snow into the Northeast and New England, and right behind it, an Arctic air mass plunges south. By Monday morning, wind chills drop to -15 to -20 degrees across the upper Midwest, single digits and below zero from the Dakotas to Ohio. By Tuesday, freezing temperatures push all the way into Alabama and Georgia. Wind chills of -15 to 20 degrees reach as far south as Missouri and even into Texas on some model runs. Wednesday, the cold shifts east. The entire eastern half of the country feels it. Let me give you the full timeline so you can plan. Today through tonight, severe weather from Texas to the northeast. Peak tornado and wind risk this afternoon through early evening. Thursday into Friday, Clipper brings snow and strong winds to the upper Midwest and Great Lakes. Saturday, brief break for most areas. Sunday into Monday, major winter storm with feet of snow and severe weather on the warm side from central Illinois down to northeast Texas. Monday through Wednesday, Arctic blast sends temperatures crashing across the central, southern, and eastern United States. By next weekend, warmth returns. But here is the long-range signal. After that brief warm-up, another cold blast is showing up for the end of March into April. The North Atlantic Oscillation is trending negative, which historically supports colder than normal conditions pushing back into the eastern United States. This winter may not be done with us yet, even as the calendar says spring. Now here is what I need from you. Drop a comment right now with your city and state. I will do my best to give you a specific forecast for your area. Whether you are in Dallas, Detroit, Denver, Charlotte, Buffalo, Baton Rouge, or anywhere in between, let me know where you are and I will tell you exactly what to expect. And if you think this storm system is intense, wait until you see what the models are showing for the end of March. I am already tracking a pattern that could bring another major severe weather outbreak followed by yet another Arctic plunge. That breakdown is coming in the next video, so make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on so you do not miss it. Share this with anyone you know in the affected areas. The next 72 hours are going to be a wild ride across this country, and being prepared starts with knowing what is coming. Remember, preparation is everything right now. Charge your devices, Have a plan for shelter. Know where your closest safe room is. If you are in the snow zones, stock up now before Sunday hits. Stay safe out there. I will see you in the next